May the sun rise for Tuesday, your favored, may the stars align, and the breath of a new day meets you in the most favorable ways.
You sound like a Celtic goddess. That's not bad. It's nice. It's nice.
Thank you.
It's a fine way to begin for a Tuesday morning here. And after that, hey, I don't think there's much more we can do for you. But hey, in a bit to welcome you to the best show for a Wednesday, or rather Tuesday. Mr. Mike makes kind of look all blue.
It was good, man. All right, it's a wonderful Tuesday morning, and of course, it's a frigorific morning. Drizzles wherever you are, it might be rainfall. I know it's been like 4 or 5 days straight now, rainfall everywhere, but I'm a pluviophile. I love the rain. I don't like the effects of the rain, but then I would say that there will probably be a scintilla of light, of silver, that silver line at the end of a cloud. Just wait for it. It will come out someday. Let's do our best. I know we've been talking about the effects of the rain and all of that, but hey, come on. We'll find a way. We always do. That's what humanity is all about. My name is Mike Messikeno. It's great to be here this Monday morning.
Wow, you are rather garrulous today, man. I must say that shirt inside the blue jacket looks very, very good. It's okay. Can we have the camera back now? Can we have it back now, please?
You're too much.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's leave him alone. Any case.
All right. There is no better way to begin the show, guys. I mean, we have you to get you started. Or starting your day. So, I mean, it's something that you should be glad and looking forward to.
Absolutely. We do have a little nugget for you. Guys, trust us. Listen, if you plan to hit nothing, that's what you're going to hit. So at least plan for something. You're going to get it, okay? So make sure you're striving for something. Get out the door with a destination. My name is Mazino Appeal.
And I am MM Okoche. Do not forget that you can stream the show live on all our social media platforms at TVC Connect. Do not forget to also use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC.
Yes, indeed. We're also on GOTV, so make sure that you can find us there terrestrially, just in case you are not on any of the social media platforms. Download the app, however, if you want to go places. Just take us with you. It's on iOS and, of course, on Google Play Store. Now, let's let you guys know what we have coming up for the show today. We have Omolayo Ayodeji for parenting, and today is going to be a very interesting conversation on sex education, myths and common errors parents make with, well, she's going to be talking to us on that one just about a bit. So if you're a parent or maybe even not, you want to find that this is going to be an exciting conversation.
And for a musical performance, we have Duyam Kinsley Abba, a.k.a. Drakare. He's an award-winning rapper with several epic downloaded albums, mixtapes, and EPs over the years. I can't wait for, him to grace us with his presence later on.
And if I don't dance tonight, then I guess I'ma sit back, relax, and vibe. Cause you are the light that brights up the sky. You're the universe, the light force that meets the eye. Uncomparable to standards that are really high. You with me on the ground, but I'm feeling fly. And I know my feelings gonna light up tonight. Cause the spirit is in me, and I'm sure she's gonna light up tonight.
And right after that, there will be a real-time conversation with Uche Nnanna Maduka. Now, she ventured into acting while she was an undergraduate because of her passion for apps, and also started winning awards from school because of her outstanding acts on stage. Now, Uche is not just an actor, she is also a producer and also influencer who prides herself on being one of the best at what she does. We can't wait for that conversation.
Make it just be alert to. May you not be all these service providers. I don't want that kind of nonsense. Wow! They just go back to me. Oh my God.
And finally, we have reality TV star, actor, singer, voiceover artist, host, brand influencer, and entrepreneur, Tokwe Adeniboyan, popularly known as Teddy A, will be joining us on the couch later on.
You should see that one to completion. It's actually a very funny skit. I actually like it very much. Can't wait to have Teddy on set here with us. Welcome, guys, for Tuesday. Still a holiday for most people.
It is. It's 5 days of weekend, yeah?
No, it's 4 actually. I think it ends today.
At Friday. Because Friday. That's where it started for, at least for us.
I know.
It started with Friday, so it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and all of that. But hey, come on. It will get a bit worse
in the next couple of days.
It's going to be like this.
Seems to be abating. I was hoping that by Friday it was going to be sunny.
But it will come back in some ways, of course, until getting into August and all of that. That's where we'll have some slight break.
Well, we did have the August break last year, so hopefully we should have it this year. Or the year before that and before that, we did.
There was no August break.
No such thing.
But some places really do need help. It's really, I mean, people were literally swimming.
Yeah.
Like swimming, not wading.
Yeah,
Swimming.
I saw the video.
Yeah.
What was that again? I think that was Agor Palace Way.
Yeah.
And I go through there every single day. It's still flooded up until today. I had to wade through. The car had to drive through all of that water. In some parts across the major road there.
I saw a CNN report that said that in the next couple of years, if nothing is being done about our drainage system, Lagos will be literally enmeshed in water.
It's happening.
It is, isn't it?
It's happening. We do have to do something.
Yeah. Geographically, Lagos is actually a basin. No, it's a fact. It's actually a basin.
Yeah, true.
And don't go to the island, it's a mousetrap. They'll tell you about it. In any case, welcome for a Tuesday edition. Let's do the weather now. Not like you don't know what it's about, but we'll be back with some news after.
Good morning and welcome. It's News on Wake Up Nigeria. I am Mike Messikeno. We're staying with security developments in Abuja days after terrorists attacked Kuje Correctional Center, raising scores of inmates, including Boko Haram suspects, most of whom are still on the run. But at the moment, Suleiman Sidi, one of the Boko Haram escapees who was arrested by the NDLEA operatives, has now been handed over to the authorities of the correctional center in Kuje. The spokesman of the NDLEA, Femi Babafemi, confirmed to TVC News that the escapee would have to face the terrorism charges preferred against him. Sifon Essien is on this one.
Barely 2 days after the arrest of a wanted Boko Haram member who escaped in the aftermath of the attack on the custodial center in Kuje, another escapee has been arrested. Suleiman Sidi was arrested by operatives of the NDLEA at a motor park in Area 1, Abuja. It's unclear the circumstances that led to the arrest of the Boko Haram escapee, but according to the NDLEA, operatives of the agency picked up the escapee at this motor park while he was attempting to make a journey to Maiduguri.
In the earlier hours of today, there was an actionable intelligence, and they followed that intelligence and they were able to get to the guy. That's one of the escapee. That's one of the wanted terror suspects that escaped from the Nigerian Correctional Center in Kuje last Tuesday.
According to the Drug Law Enforcement Agency, 3 wraps of cannabis were recovered from the escapee. The agency insists drug abuse enables criminal behavior. This is corroborated by a study conducted by the U.S. Department of Justice establishing a correlation between drug abuse and crime.
We've often said it that these people, these criminal elements, they can't do what they are doing if they don't take mind-altering substances. No human being in his or her normal senses will go out to do the kind of, to commit the kind of atrocities some of these criminal elements commit across in parts of the country without their minds being altered by psychoactive substances.
According to the 2018 UNODC report on drug use in Nigeria, 1 in 7 persons aged between 15 and 64 years who had used drugs in the past year is suffering from drug-related disorders. The report also indicates drug abuse has been a cause of many criminal offenses such as theft, burglary, sex work, and shoplifting. Sifon Essien, TVC News, Abuja.
And let's go outside Nigeria. Air raid sirens were activated across the Black Sea port city of Mykolaiv early on Monday morning, with residents reporting loud explosions on social media. 3 rockets hit the city of Kharkiv overnight, Ukraine's Ministry of Internal Affairs reports. Meanwhile, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky says there has been no let-up in Russian attacks on his country, with 34 air raids conducted in 24 hours since Sunday night, including the attack that has so far killed 18 in the Donetsk town of Chasiv Yar. The head of Ukraine's president's office, Andriy Yermak, has called the Chasiv Yar attack an act of terrorism, saying Russia should be on the list of state terrorist sponsors. The Nord Stream 1 pipeline carrying Russian gas to Germany starts annual maintenance on Monday, with flows expected to stop for 10 days. But governments, markets, and companies are worried Moscow might extend the shutdown.
And we are back. It's time for us to go through the front pages of the newspaper. And we are starting with The Punch. Making the headlines here, Tinubu Shettima tickets. How Buhari doused governor's anger in Daura. And we were surprised when Tinubu announced Shettima in Daura on Sunday, says Bagudu and Lawan. Bajabiamila. Others endorse ex-Borno Governor Faleh knocks Buhari. And at the bottom of the papers here, white thugs invaded my office, says Oyo Tutor General. And on the low riders here on flooding, Lagos Ogun residents lament losses worth millions. And also here, ex-workers tackle firm over gratuities, 13 colleagues die. And finally on the Punch, we'll have Kuje, federal government threatens sanctions. Ghana alerts immigration personnel. And that's it on the Punch newspaper. Let's move over to The Nation. Making the headlines here, Shettima's choice excites Buhari, APC governors. And on the riders here, Bagudu, El-Rufai, Fayemi, others. We are okay with Tinubu's decision. And here we have AFDB to boost non-oil exports with agro-testing center in Nigeria. And here is a picture story of the All Progressive Congress APC presidential candidate Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu left, and his running mate Senator Khalim Shettima at the Shettima at the Abuja airport yesterday. And at the top of the paper here, let's see, 41.6 trillion naira debt. Nigeria fails World Bank disclosure rule. And yes, you have the story there. And Osun 2022, APC holds mega rally. SDP candidates home attacked by gunmen, and do not allow votes buying. And also here we have on page 5, fire at Bodija market, and 2 fleeing Boko Haram suspects arrested, and bandits kill 18 in Zamfara State. And that's it on The Nation. Let's move over to the Daily Trust newspaper. Making the headlines here, experts worry as Nigeria becomes 6th most populous country. And on the riders here, population now 216 million to hit 375 million by 2050, says the UN report. And experts warn of dire consequences for country, advocate family planning, and economy unsupportive of implosion, says economist. And you can see more reports, more graphical representation here. And here at the bottom of the paper here, it's been tough. I'm eager to go, says Buhari. And Macron appoints BUA founder as France-Nigeria Business Council chair. And CBN moves to strengthen digital financial services. And finally, on the paper here again, Nigeria missing as CAF releases final short list for men's 2022 awards. And that's all we can take on the front page this morning. Let's do some fitness, shall we?
What's up and about? The very colorful Mr. Mike Mesekeno, and of course, the all in stripes, Mrs. Emmon. How you guys doing?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Let's talk territorialism.
No,
it's a word you can't say unless you're inebriated.
Territorialism.
Territorialism. Yeah, thank you very much, MM. Now, in the Nigerian culture, first of all, let me start with this analogy. If you had a car and you park this car, you know it's secure, have all your alarm systems and everything, would you and you saw somebody trying to break in, would you just sit down there and do nothing? Or would you still react?
It depends.
Like, hey, what are you doing there? Come on.
It depends on the defenses of the car.
No, but naturally, what would you do?
That's what I'm saying. If left to me in my mind, my car should have electric shock. So when you try to push, it shock you. So like I said, it depends on defenses. If it's not so high tech, then
you
I would. Yeah, but if it's high tech,
okay.
Benny,
I hate to make it sound like an object, but let's apply that to your partner. whether male or female. Do you get what I'm saying? For instance, if another person was to hit on you, what would Mr. Michael Koche, not Mexicano, do? Would he be like, hey, what are you doing there? Or would he be like, no, defense system, go shock you, type of thing? Is it a thing that we should be worried? I mean, I'm not territorial. I'm actually, I'm okay. I'm cool if like anybody's like, you know, perhaps
hitting on the spouse.
My spouse. I'm like, that means I carry something come.
True.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, but then for some men, it would be disrespectful.
Oh no, of course. If it's been done in my presence. If it's been done
in your presence, he's going to feel disrespected. Or even if this person knows that you are in the picture, and you later on know that, okay, this person actually did this to your wife, you would feel disrespected as well. Yes. So and then some men are egoistic in nature.
Okay, egotistic, perhaps.
Yes, because that's where the ego comes into play. So even in some cases, some men see a woman, for example, with a wedding ring, and then they still want to display that egoistic nature, behavior.
Man.
You know, I mean, well, so she's married, so what? You already know that she's off boundaries. You know, she's a no-go area. She's been taken.
Uche, she's a no-go.
Mike, okay. What is your opinion?
I would have fun with the situation. I'm serious. Like, see,
ego.
This life, this life, no, they take too, no, they hold on to their chest too much.
Sean, I like 9 use boots good.
Wait, my man, no, they hold on to their chest too much.
Dolphin was also flogged.
Mike, continue, sorry.
Well, this is inside, but hey, come on. I would like to have fun because, see, I normally say that, look, together we can fight. But fighting for you in that particular kind of way, I would say to anybody, is a waste of time. If I see somebody, I'll go and meet the guy. Have fun. How you see this babe now? Check him out. Talk to me. I'll be fair like that. And I would do the same thing. It has happened with a girlfriend, with somebody. Look, if she can be or if he can be snatched, then just let them be.
But let me tell you a secret, right? From personal experience, right? And from a few of my friends who are also married and have children. We love it when men hit on us.
We've had this conversation here before, haven't we?
I'm going to be very sincere. I'm going to be very honest. We love it when men hit on us. You know, it helps our self-esteem.
It does.
Because there's a lot of changes that a woman's body goes through. And you're not even sure if you're even admirable or appealing anymore. You get
that kind of like props you up.
So that
like,
gives you that, oh, wow, I'm so sad. I mean, like, I'm
very true.
I'm still hot.
Does it apply the other way around? Should it help boost my
self-esteem? You're a man. There's nothing changing your body. What's changing your body?
No, what do you mean? What?
What's taking away your self-esteem? If it's no money.
Wait. What? Are you saying that men don't deserve the same treatment like you do? If you guys think that you guys are propped up by certain interactions from men,
okay,
should as well.
Okay, so
it depends.
Okay, what's affecting your self-esteem right now?
Nothing really. Nothing really, but
you see. And for even a lot of men, they may not even have money. And you see, the minute they don't say they God.
You see this thing?
You know, they're good looking.
You see this thing? If Mr. Mike, this is Emma. If Mr. Mike was just thinking, Emma, oh darling, I love you.
We don't wear wedding bands. We are not conformed to what the society, thinks or says about wedding bands. So he doesn't wear his. I don't mind.
Wear it on every other finger. No, but look at that. Can you imagine?
I'm telling you. But, I just remember back then in school, I and my friends used to make this joke when we talked to our female friends. And they're like, I'm not feeling too good. And then it was a joke amongst us, but it was serious. We're like, come, when last they toast you?
See, it actually.
And then look.
Because you can actually fall into depression.
What do you think in any case? Are you territorial? Do you think it's just interaction and nothing more? Or would you be all up in defenses if somebody came up against your partner or, trying to like psych your partner? I don't know. Tell us what you think. Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TV. See what we'd like to know, all right? Thank you.
One advice. Hit on married women helps their self-esteem.
According to MM. According to MM.
We'll take a break.
And you are welcome. It's Inside of the Kitchen here today. I made it. It's been a while since I've been inside the kitchen. I'm with a very special chef here today. Glory is in the studio with us. Yay! Good to have you here. It's your first time as a chef on Wake Up Nigeria, isn't it?
Yeah.
We must say that everybody here admires your smile. It is very bright.
Thank you.
Yeah, you bring a lot of sunshine inside of Wake Up Nigeria. That's what we do. In any case, good to have you. What are we doing today? I see some of our ingredients, but tell us exactly what it is we're going to be cooking.
Okay, so we're going to be making egusi soup.
Egusi soup.
Yes.
Okay, that means we're swallowing this morning. What part of the country are you from? Somebody is swallowing early in the morning. It's okay though. It's all right. I mean, hey, Africans, I like to swallow in the morning actually. Breakfast most times for me is actually amala. Hey, don't crucify me. I like it. I'm an African man, but in moderation. So I see that we have all our ingredients here. We've got protein. That's what? Goat?
That's beef.
Beef. That's beef. Okay.
Yeah.
Some stockfish. Some what's that? Yeah, I know what it is. Smoked fish. What's the difference in smoked fish and this is panla, yeah?
Yes.
That's panla.
Stockfish.
Stockfish.
Yeah,
Then which one is the
stockfish
panla one?
This is panla. This is panla. It's known as panla.
Generally
but
panla.
Yes.
All right,
but this is stock.
Stock.
This is smoked.
Smoked. Fantastic. Yes, there you have it. Some pepper and what is that?
This is egusi blended with crayfish and there's something we call utazi seed.
Utazi.
Yeah.
I've heard it before. I've never seen it. I don't know what it looks
So
like.
it's inside. It's just a small seed like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So generally, how long will it take us to put this together, and what makes this one special?
So this one is special. That's why I said it is IGC special egusi soup. So
You heard her, yeah?
it's special because I have my utazi seed blended already with my egusi, and I have my crayfish in it too.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be putting my black pepper. People call it Cameroon pepper. A lot of people call it Cameroon pepper in the market. So, and I have my stockfish. So
Okay. So it's not necessarily pepper. It's not pepperish, is it? It just has a certain dark taste.
no, it is. It's peppery, but it has this flavor in it. It's kind of flavor.
So now, from memory, my mom used to have her egusi soup actually taste bitter.
Okay.
I don't know why or how she does it or what she adds to it. Are we any such luck here today? I don't know why. It has a very deep, dark aftertaste after you're done swallowing it. But it was egusi soup, but it was bitter at the end.
It was bitter.
It was bitter, but you that kind of bitter that you actually like.
It's we have different vegetables.
Okay.
That's being used for.
Okay.
So I believe your mom used bitter leaf.
Bitter leaf, huh? Okay. Okay.
She used bitter leaf.
All right,
And most
cool.
people also like using bitter leaf too.
Yeah, that's how I
Especially
grew
the
up. I
adults.
liked it. It tasted good. So we're going to show you guys the ingredients so that you guys can see exactly what we're going to be working with here today. In just about a bit, but it's simple stuff that you can get from anywhere. Onion, pepper, crayfish, stockfish, some red palm oil. Where's our palm oil?
Palm oil.
Red palm oil, black pepper, smoked or dried fish, locust beans, some uziza leaf and seed, egusi, 2 cups of melon, by the way, and some pumpkin and beef, best cut, and also shaki, perhaps. So, in just a minute, we are going to be starting. How are we going to be starting? What are we starting with? What are we doing first? Just by way of telling us.
Okay, so we're gonna be starting with. Firstly, I love washing my hands before I touch anything.
Okay, we're going to do that.
So
just give us an idea or a rundown.
Okay.
Let's see.
So we're gonna start by putting the oil inside the pot.
Okay.
Then some people like frying their egusi, but I'm just like putting it like that immediately, directly.
You mean this
so I'm
is
gonna
fried?
fry it. I'm gonna fry
What's
it.
the
here.
difference?
I don't know. It's just the taste. Different choices.
If you fry it, is it crunchy in any way?
I don't know, but.
So you prefer to fry it in the palm oil
yes,
first?
I love it. So I'm gonna fry it. Then I would, while frying, my beef will be on fire. So when I'm satisfied with the face of
Texture,
it, I pour it inside.
All right. Okay. So in a bit, we're going to be moving on to our other segment. While we get started here for you, all you need to know for now is this is what we're going to be doing. Some egusi soup, some swallow. We're swallowing what now? Is it wheat? So it's wheat. It's egusi soup prepared in a very special way by Chef Glory here. You guys have seen the ingredients already, and it's simple. You can put this together in how long? 40 minutes is all you need. So hey, Get ready. We'll be letting you guys know the process as it goes on for a Tuesday morning. But between now and then, let's also move on with another segment. Mr. Mr. Keno in his blue suit is ready for us. Mr. Mike, what you got for us?
Oh, Benny, if you want the blue suit, just tell me. I will send it across to you. You understand? All right, but hey, come on, it's time for parenting, and we will be talking sex education, myths, and common errors parents make. We have Omolayo Oyawoye. I did, okay. Oyawoye. You had a very interesting story. We had a wonderful time with you last week. So this week we're continuing. You're a therapist, and it's quite interesting, yeah? Myths and errors when it comes to sex education, yeah? So let's get straight to it. What are the most common ones?
Okay, so the most common ones are parents thinking that their children are too young to understand what sex education means. And then some of them feel that their children are too innocent. They don't know anything about sex. They don't know anything about sex education. And so they all feel, oh, let's just wait till they are older, okay? And see, I like to tell parents that your parents probably know more than you do. Your children, yeah, probably knows more than you do when it comes to sex, sexuality, and everything about that. All right, so don't deceive yourself, and don't. You are in for a rude shock if you feel that your children do not know what goes on behind the doors. Yeah. So that's why it's better to start the sex education early. It helps you to even know what your child knows already. I mean, you're not with them in the classroom. You're not with them on the playground. You're not with them in the school bus. So let's assume that, I mean, you've taught your children, you've done all of that, and they mix up with other children whose parents didn't teach them. And so everything they stumble on the internet, everything their uncles and aunties have done in the house, they pass it on to your children. You don't want your children,
We're saying the way we were raised, we can't raise our children
no, you
that
can't.
way.
You can't. I mean, we couldn't talk about sex. I'm sure you couldn't talk about sex growing up.
Where? When?
I'm
Why?
over there, 40.
How?
You know, so of course, because there's been more people to influence your children, both on the internet, everywhere, they get to know more, they get to see more, all right? And you want to be the first person to tell them about sex, sexuality, everything that has to do with that, all right? So that your children know the correct things, all right? See, I like to tell parents that the consequences, the results of sexual abuse is not what you even want to think about. You know, like I said last week, I'm a survivor, and it went on for years. I struggled for years, and it's simply because I've been sexually abused severally, all right? And, I mean, it took Jesus to be healed. It took Jesus to be here, yeah? After going through talk therapy and all of that, I needed emotional healing. And emotional healings take time because you can't see them, you can't feel them. So it takes time to grow out of the pain, out of the hurt, all right? And so you don't want to expose your children to all of that. What sex education does for your children is it lets them know that what this person is doing to you is wrong. I didn't know what they were doing to me was wrong. I just didn't like it. I didn't know the word for it. I didn't even know how to describe it to the other person. I just didn't like it, and it hurt so badly. Do you understand me? But if your children know what it is, they know they can shout. They know they can talk to you. They can call for help. And I want to say that every adult is responsible for the children around them.
But that's exactly where I wanted to go.
Yeah.
Some of these adults, when they abuse these children, and then maybe the child goes to the parent, or maybe it's from one parent and goes to the other parent, you find either they discredit what the child said, or they say they are lying, or they try to hush it.
Yeah.
In that scenario,
that's terrible.
How do we address people that? Let's address the parents, because the child can almost not do anything at that point. Let's address the parent or whichever adult that has, that report has been made to.
So that's why we are creating this awareness. So it's not just for parents; it's for adults everywhere. I say that when a child reports to you that they are being touched inappropriately, the first thing to do is not to shut the child down. The first thing to do is to let the child know that you can talk to me. I want to hear more. Tell me more. Don't shut. See, so it happened to me once. I tried to fight this. I tried to talk to an adult. oh, I heard I mean, I can't describe what she told me. So I decided to shut down. I decided not to talk to anyone about it. And it continued. It kept going on. All right?
Let's also talk about the future consequences for adults who don't understand what this can do to that child's future. Let's talk.
So you don't want to leave. So there are two extremes, okay? There's the extreme where the child gets withdrawn, the child gets depressed, the child begins to lose interest in everything. Because, I mean, something has been done to this child. He's not been able to express it. He can't fight it. He can't defend himself. And so begins to withdraw. They become suicidal. I got depressed at some point, all right? And the other extreme is for the child to begin to love it, to begin to, you know, get involved in inappropriate sexual behaviors, to begin to, and it all starts. So when you see a child abuse another child, it most likely started from that child being sexually abused.
By an adult.
By an adult, all right, or by another child who also was sexually abused. See, this thing has a ripple effect. It just goes round in circles, all right? And you don't want to raise such an adult. Imagine someone who's depressed, the good part, the good potential this child has would never come out, because the first thing sexual abuse attacks is your self-esteem. You begin to feel less of yourself. You begin to feel like a piece of rag, all right? Because, I mean, that's what everybody does when they see you. So it's important that you take responsibility for the children around you. When they walk up to you, investigate. Don't shut them down. Don't blame them. Don't tell them it's their fault. Imagine telling a 7-year-old it's her fault that she was touched. How? Like, how? Where's the breast? Like, what could she have won? Yeah? To facilitate the sexual abuse. So it's not time to blame the child. It's time to find out who did what. Where was it done? What did they do to you? We even need to know the extent, all right? The extent it went. That's how to save the child and save other children. So if this pedophile goes, there's a word I'm looking for. If it goes on without being reprimanded, without being exposed, yeah, he feels he can do it with other children.
Wow, you know, I love the passion with which you talk with this. I'm happy that we still have you.
Next week.
2-3 more weeks and all of that, we'll talk more about this.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
All right, so we'll just take this time out now. Stay with us. We will be back in the kitchen.
And we are back. Welcome back, people. You're still on to Wake Up Nigeria. And yes, in a bid to further engage its consumers, Mamador intends to launch its new communication, Explore Your Flavor, which is a wake-up call to women to experience life outside of routines and step into a world of endless possibilities. And today we have our kitchen queen, Ife Mogeko. She's also known as Ife's Kitchen on Instagram. I follow you, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
And today she's going to be digging in onto the Explore Your Flavor campaign by Mamador. You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for being here. Now, let's talk about this campaign Mamador is, doing right now, Exploring Your Flavor. Tell us more about it.
Wow, this campaign, Explore Your Flavor, is very personal to me. Yeah, and what this campaign is basically about is to encourage women. You know, as women, we have a lot of potentials. We have so many, but we are not exploring it to the maximum. I don't know, we're just living, I could say, a life of routine. Yeah, we nurture society, but that doesn't mean we should, just go through the routine day to day. We have a lot of potential in us. So Mamador is encouraging you. Mamador supports women a lot, so encouraging you to find that thing in you, the hidden talent, your hidden potential. Bring it out, use it for something, and just don't stay in one corner, don't box yourself. Many of us already know these hidden talents. Many of us know it, but we are afraid to explore it. So Mamador is encouraging you to chase these demons away. Wake up, add spice to your life. After all, variety is the spice of life, isn't it?
Right, I agree.
So Mamador is encouraging women to do something about their, flavor. If you haven't discovered it yet, take a minute, sit back, think about it. What is that thing you like to do effortlessly, without putting too much thought or attention to it, and then go for it.
Okay. I would like to understand how this works.
Right.
So for example, I'm a woman who's, you know, still digging into my innate potentials and still trying to explore it.
Yeah.
And once I've found it, then what's next? How do I reach out to Mamador to help me in harnessing this newfound, you know, potential that I've just discovered?
Right. So before you reach out to anybody, first thing, you've discovered it, because a lot of people have ideas. They think they are this kind of person. So I would say, you know, take time out, look into it, work on it a bit, because you can't come with nothing. And then when you've worked on it for a while and you see that indeed there is something there, you can reach out to Mamador. I mean, their manager, and then we have events, many events. You can always reach out to them, send them emails. Mamador is a very responsive brand.
Okay.
So I'm sure they will invite you and then you talk about it.
Okay. Now let's talk about why this brand is means so much to you. What endears you to the brand as, you know, a very popular chef?
Right. So apart from Mamador encouraging us with their lovely and yummy products, which adds flavor to your meals, they're taking time, right, to make sure that you are more than what you show yourself to be. For example, I'm a trained lawyer, right? And then along the line, I found out that I've always loved to cook, so that one is not even an issue. But I went into food blogging, so it's something that, you know, had been in me. So I went into food blogging. From there, I have my own cooking show on YouTube. I'm a YouTube cooking show host now.
Okay.
So what has endeared me now is Mamador is encouraging me and other people. Don't just sit in your comfort zone. Come out, do other things. So apart from adding spice to my meals, Mamador is adding spice to my life. Tell me, who wouldn't love Mamador?
Right. Now let's talk about the other activities that Mamador has in, you know, line for women. Of course, it's a women-driven brand.
Yes.
So what are the activities that women should look out for?
Wow. Mamador has a lot of activities lined up. Now, the one that's coming up really soon is the August Women's Meeting. A lot of women always look out for this meeting. I'm sure you've heard of it.
Yeah.
Right. So during these meetings, women come out, they share their stories, they encourage, they motivate other women. Now, this year, it's going to be louder and even better. In fact, I hear that they're going to be giving out grants, they're going to be master classes, and a host of other initiatives.
Nice.
So, I mean, everybody wants to be part of it. And this is just Mamador's way of encouraging women to be more in the society.
Oh, right. So what social media platforms can people reach out to?
Right. There's Mamador NG on Instagram. There's the website as well. So basically, they're on all social media. On YouTube, they also have a YouTube channel. It's really easy to find Mamador.
You know, I'm thinking about the August Women's Meeting, and what comes to mind is, you know, back in the day, growing up, we used to see our mothers, you know, tied up one particular type of wrapper.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's usually that commitment to these meetings. So is it something that would be, you know, that would be ongoing? Or it's just going to happen now? Is it something that Mamador keeps, you know, keep doing in the nearest future?
Oh, it's something that is going to keep happening.
Okay.
Because, you know, traditionally, August Women's Meeting is a meeting where women come together to talk about issues bothering their community and how they can move forward. So Mamador has adopted this, you know, where women can come together, talk about issues bothering them, and, you know, hear from other women and move them forward. Mamador is all about explore your flavor, live a life of limitless possibility, endless possibility. So this is something that is going to keep happening every year, you know, because it's in line with what they want to do to women, so, or what they want women to do, and how they want women to explore their flavor and talent and, you know, just live a beautiful life.
All right. As a chef, you know, who's been working with you know, I'm sure you've like worked with so many brands, and Mamador, which of course is one of them. Is there anything that you loved most about it?
Mamador?
Yes.
Oh, girl. You must have used your vegetable oil.
Well, yeah.
No, I'm sure you have. There are seasoning cubes, there are spread. is one of a kind. Amazing. Like, you can't use it and your meals are ordinary or basic or boring. So I love that about Mamador. And then their initiative about women has further endeared me to Mamador. Like, they have everything going. Taste for your meals, and then they want you to spice up your life. Come on now.
I love the way you talk about the brand. I mean, like, it's so dear to you. I can
oh my gosh.
Now, for this array of activities that Mamador has lined up, is there anything in particular that you will be doing besides, being a chef?
Right. I will be part of the August Women's Meeting. I've always been part of it. I look forward to it. So when other things come up, I will be a part of it. But for this, I know that the August Women's Meeting is the first thing which is coming up, and then along the line, as other activities come up, I will always take part.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ify, for being here. Ify's Kitchen on Instagram. I love your page, by the way. I follow you.
Thank you.
So I'm going to be, looking forward to, some other activities and some other events that you have lined up.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah. All right, we have to head over to the kitchen now. Well, we're still talking about food. And yes, Chef Ify is still around. She'll be joining us in the second hour in the kitchen segment. She has something that she's going to make for us. But in the meantime, we have to head over to the kitchen right now with Chef IGC and Mazina. What's cooking, guys?
Well, hey, MM, what can I say? It's really taking shape here. I can see that our Egusi and Utazi and everything are getting mixed right here. Glory just put in some water.
Yeah.
What was that now, and what's going on there, if you can quickly run us through?
Okay, now, so I have my protein, my beef, pomo,
and fish and everything in there already. Bring into a boil, and that's our Egusi with some water in there. I see that you soaked the smoked fish.
Yeah, I just rinsed it and I had to put it inside water because it's going to the pot very soon.
Okay, great, fine. When's our pepper gonna go in? We couldn't. I had a small incident with this one while I was blending it, and it got up in my nose. So I'm very, very worried about that. But we'll get that inside very soon.
It's going inside
eventually. Soon. So what's our next step? What are we doing, and how long do we have?
We want to fry. We want to fry now.
Okay.
So we have like, let's say,
we're frying the Egusi like you said from before.
Now, and we're doing everything together now.
All right, fantastic. So that's how far we've come. We're going to do all of that in just about a bit. Let's see the menu for those who are just joining us so they can know exactly what it is we're cooking with right now. So right on your screen, there you go. You can see the menu there. Some onion, pepper, crayfish, some stockfish. Red palm oil, which is what we're using right now, and some black pepper, some smoked fish in there, locust beans, uziza and egusi, and also some pumpkin seeds and beef. That's everything we're working with. Now, let's see this happen. We're about to fry our egusi.
Yeah.
We have to wait for it to get real hot now, don't we?
Yes, we have to.
So our oil is going to get hot, and then we're going to put our egusi in there. It looks even tasty even now. I don't know. Do people eat that raw? Do people?
I don't know. Maybe the white.
I can try anything for the first time.
Please don't try.
No, I shouldn't, should I? Okay, so we're going to make sure that, all right, we're going to hopefully this wouldn't get to the extent where it starts to smoke up the entire studio. Hopefully it's not going to get that far.
No.
All right, so we're going to make sure it's not bleached that far. And in just a couple of minutes, we'll have everything all ready, and we'll be ready even perhaps maybe to serve. We have our swallow ready, I bet, so that's going to be easy for everybody. Now, if you don't know, you can always join us on YouTube to see exactly how we started if you don't remember, or if you didn't join us from the beginning, how we started out all of this process and where it's going to get to. We'll keep you guys updated on there. And if you want to see it after the show, it's that easy. Are we bleached yet?
No.
No?
Really?
Let's just leave it on there. We got plenty of time. What about our pepper, though?
We're going to put it very soon.
How much more do we need to blend it?
Just a little more, because we still have, some of it are not yet really blended like that.
I stay away from blenders. I had an accident as a kid, so I don't do that. No, blenders aren't my thing. So that's what we're doing today. Some Egusi soup very soon is going to be ready for you guys. If you haven't seen all of it, you of course know where to find it, so you can start all fresh if you want. But it's Egusi soup for today with all the proteins and all the fish and everything. Oh, sorry, I forgot. When is this going to go in? We haven't said anything about that.
After we're done with the Egusi, this is the last thing we're going to put inside.
Okay, so we want it to be fresh still. Oh, okay. Oh, that's grand. That's good. And do I have a limit to what kind of leaf I can use, or vegetables I can use?
You can use anything.
How about saying if you're in there?
Of course you can.
You can do that, yeah?
The utazi seed that I said I used is kind of like a fairing thing.
Okay.
You know.
That's basil, if I'm not mistaken. Is that basil?
Yeah, basil.
Yeah. Okay. Now, you were also telling me that there's plenty other things in there that you didn't mention from before.
Plenty.
So tell us exactly what they might be. Some things that we might
the things inside there are special.
Okay.
So they are for me.
Hey, come on, Glory. Come on, don't do this to us. Let us know. One thing. What's the one secret? One, just only one.
My hand.
Tell you guys what, while we're cooking with a special ingredient, her hand, we'll be back in just about a bit. We've got 1 more hour to go inside of Wake Up Nigeria. Thank you guys for sticking around. We've got more. Don't go anywhere. And you're welcome.
Come on.
Are you going to do this or am I going to do this?
Let's do it together. 5,
Oh, God.
4, 3, 2, oh, yeah, go.
Welcome back. Second hour here for a Tuesday. Of course, it is still Wake Up Nigeria. We have such a healthy array of guests in today. It's like we're brimming with them. Thank you very much for everybody who's made it in so far and everybody who's at home who's actually watching us right now, whichever format, whether online or terrestrial.
Definitely, we have so much more in store for you. Stay with us. We'll kick off with a musical performance.
Right after that, people, there'll be a real-time conversation with Uche Nnanna, Maduka. Now, she ventured into acting while she was an undergraduate because of her passion for arts, and that has gone on even in her career currently. She's gotten so many awards, and we can't wait to have her here inside of The Loft for a conversation.
And then, of course, finally, we've got a reality star, actor, singer, voice over artist, Teddy. Now, I know you've been waiting for that one. We're talking to him. How's he been doing? It's been a while, but hey, come on. We'll have all of that when we get to him.
So that's all we have for you this hour. Do stay tuned. My name, of course, is Mazino Appeal, and
I am Mike Messikeno. We'll take the weather now, of course. We'll be back. We'll have something for you in the kitchen.
And we are back, and of course we still have our friends here from Mamador with us, and Chef Ify is here. Welcome to our kitchen.
Thank you. Thank
yes,
you.
and she is making chicken and
egg and chicken
salad. Okay, I see
sandwich.
bread here, so what comes to mind actually is a sandwich.
Yes.
I love sandwiches, so like maybe...
Everyone loves it.
Okay, so let's run through the ingredients for our egg and chicken salad.
Yes. Right, so for this recipe, we're going to be making use of chicken breasts, okay? We've got onions here. We've also got some eggs, lettuce, cabbage, got some carrots, and then for my salad, I'm going to be making use of some mayonnaise, some ketchup, tomato ketchup, chili peppers, and bread. So those are basically the ingredients. Very few, very easy. And of course,
I thought you wanted to say, wow.
the star of this dish.
Exactly.
We're going to make use of Mamador spread, and of course, Mamador pure vegetable oil.
So I guess the vegetable oil will be used for the chicken breast, right?
I'm going to use it for the eggs, to fry the eggs.
Okay, so what kind of eggs are we making? Scrambled, omelette, sunny side up?
It's more like a sunny side up, but you know Nigerians don't really like it, so I'm going to cook it a little bit more for that kind of egg.
Okay. Anyways, I know that you have a show on YouTube, so you're probably used to how this works.
Oh, yes,
I'm just going to let you go over there. So you let me know what you want, and I'm just going to be here. Okay, we have Chef IJC is somewhere around. Of course, we've got her Egusi soup still cooking here, so I'm just going to take this aside that, and then move this here so that we can create space for our chicken breast. So what do you need? What kind of pot? You need a pan? You need a pot?
Pan, just a pan.
Okay, great.
It's really an easy breakfast because a lot of people think breakfast is boring and, you know, takes a lot of time. So I just want to show them that you don't need to spend too much time in the kitchen before you produce something delicious.
All right, fantastic. So where do we begin? And then I'm curious, the bread, what's the role of the bread in all of this? Because you have like egg and chicken salad, so I'm like,
so it's going to be the base in which I build my sandwich. Yes, I'm going to use a layer, the salad and the egg on the bread. And we still get a sandwich. Yes.
So like a sandwich, egg, and chicken salad.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay, so now that our pan is heating up, what do we do now?
Okay, so first thing, I'm going to cook the chicken breast. Okay. Right? One reason why I like to use the chicken breast, it doesn't take a lot of time to cook. So I always favor it, you know, when I'm making my sandwich.
So can we begin?
Yes, I'd like, I almost forgot. Can I have another pot, please?
Another pan, right?
Yeah, with a cover so I can cook
Oh, okay. Well, that actually has a cover.
Okay, so this is fine then.
Oh, okay, because the
Right,
is over there.
then this is great. This is
Okay,
great. This is great.
And if you're just joining us, we have our friends from Mamador with us here in the kitchen, and Chef Ife is here to make egg and chicken salad with us.
Sandwich.
And really, I would have loved sort of a sandwich egg and chicken salad, somewhat, yeah. And this part is going to be exciting. It looks exciting, and I can't wait for breakfast to be served. And so we're just going to wait for our pan to dry up. Yes. Yeah, and then then we begin, cooking, working on our salad. Now tell me, what's the highlight of your career been so far?
Well, I think one of the major highlights I've had was when I was made brand ambassador to Mamador. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is a brand I've always loved. I've always loved their product. And then I get an email one day, I get a call that I'm going to be made the brand ambassador. Do you know what that feels like?
Girl.
Oh, it was
Girl,
like,
you
yes,
tell me.
Yes, I've arrived.
All that hard work on Instagram eventually paid off. Eventually paid off. So proud of you. So proud of you. You guys do amazing work because, man, content creation is not easy. No. Even ordinary caption on Instagram is a headache.
You have to think, like, it takes a whole lot. But because of our love for food blogging and for food, it just makes it all worth it.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm just going to go.
Well done. Well, we still have Chef Ife here with us. We are making egg and chicken salad. We have our spread of ingredients here on the kitchen table. So right now we're waiting for our pan to heat up, and then we begin stir-frying, pan-searing our chicken breast, right?
That's right. I'm going to steam it.
Right. Yes, with our, vegetable oil, and then chop up the vegetables, and then, just do something so that you can see and then enjoy while Chef Ife is here with us.
Yes.
And, of course, our friends here from Mamador. We have to go on a quick break now, people. Wake Up Nigeria continues, people. Stay with us.
And there you have it, Uche Nnanna Maduka. She ventured into acting while she was an undergraduate because of her passion for arts. And, of course, she has been winning awards on and on and on, up until her latest award, which is the biggest one so far, AMVCA for Best Igbo Indigenous Movie, Nneka. The mother, what's it?
Sacrifice.
The mother, interesting. You're welcome, great to have you.
Thank you.
Is that your first AMVCA win?
Yes, first nomination and
first nomination and first win. You produced the movie.
Yes, and I acted in it.
And you acted. Talk to me about all of it. How did it all go down? Where did you get that? Because there's been previously, when you hear Nneka, you're thinking of the previous one. But then, why did you decide to go for the name? Tell me about the process for that movie.
It's a very interesting movie that when I first got the script, after reading it, I loved the script so much. I was meant to produce it for a friend who wanted me to produce a movie for her. But after reading it, she found out that there was so much cast in the movie. She was like, no, girl, I can't do this. It's large. I can't do it. So I have to pay off the scriptwriter, and I kept it in my cupboard. And one spirit just came into me, Uche, you're going to do this movie as an Igbo film, and you're taking it to AMVCA.
Well, it wasn't Igbo before, originally?
It's written in English.
In English, interesting.
Yes. So one voice just came into me and said, Uche, you're going to produce this film, and you're going to do it in Igbo language, and you're taking it to AMVCA. And that was it.
I like that you said you paid off the writer, because this is something that has caused issues at different times in Nollywood or even in music and entertainment generally, where someone says, oh, I wrote this person stole my work, this person stole my work. Intellectual property, you paid for it. I know.
Yeah, sure.
Why do you do that?
You have to pay for it because it doesn't belong to you. It's not your property. Yeah, so that's it. If I didn't pay for it by now, that when he won this award, I'm sure the owner must have come out and start taking notes and all of that.
How did you feel after winning this award?
Oh, I felt so good.
I can see it on your face.
I can't even explain it. Yeah.
All right, so let's be prior to this time, you've been acting and all of that. Where did the passion for this all start?
It started while growing up. It's something that started a very long time ago as a child.
Did you, from being a child, did you always want to act? Did you know that you'd be an actress?
Yes, I always wanted to be out there, even not being I'm not as an actress, but I'm that person that will always want to be out there. because I started representing my school those days. We used to go for march past from primary 3, and being a fair girl, they will always put you in the front.
Interesting.
They will always put you in the front, So that was how the whole thing started. By the time I entered secondary school, I now joined the Drama Free Club. So that was where the whole passion now built and
ignited and all of that, and it blew out. You see, Nollywood as a space, you've been here for God knows how long. You've seen how the industry has evolved. We want to get there. We want to be mentioned at the same breath with Hollywood and all of that. What do you think we need to do? Do you think we are there yet? If you think we're not, what do you think Nollywood needs to do to get to where the height that it can get to?
Yeah, let me start answering by, we are not there yet.
Okay.
We are not even competing with them. Because the whole thing, as far as I'm concerned, the whole thing starts from the system, from the country where we are in. Because when you talk about Hollywood, Hollywood is not a one-man business. The government is doing a whole lot for them. When you talk about Nollywood today, we still go to people's houses to film. So how do you intend to get a proper good sound? Most of the Hollywood movies you see are being shot in a film village. Where you enter, this is a film village, right? There will be no noise, there will not be disturbance like what we see in the street of Lagos. As a filmmaker, you're out there to film. Some arboros are coming to harass you. So in all that, how do you get the best?
Because I know that in Hollywood, even the streets, you have a studio. You create
They built
the
it,
streets.
they create it, they dismantle. Like the last time I was in Universal Studio, right, in LA. When we went to their studio, we saw a whole lot of things, how they do it. Whatever they want, they build it there, they destroy. They want to do African streets, they build it, they are done. They want to build Paris, they build it, all with wood. You can't see a real house there.
Definitely.
So all these things, we can't even, I don't know, because we can't even say we want to compete with them. Or we just pray, because the only thing that's going to save us from this situation is when our country start getting better, because it's going to affect everything in the country.
Wonderful, wonderful. You have something new. Let's take a look at that trailer, and we'll talk about this new offering that she has. You are really convincing whenever you're doing it. I love seeing you speak Igbo. The way you were talking and all of that, you're really convincing. Let's talk about this. What's this trailer, and what's it all about?
It's about the Igbo film. This is not the one that won the award.
Okay, no, definitely.
This is another Igbo film I did. It's about a husband who happens to... Okay, they were dating from the university days. So there was a crime the girl committed. Along the line, the girl used to be a bad girl. My character was a bad girl in the university. She was one of the court girls. She had a gun. So that day, she went out there. She shot someone. And the boyfriend... happens to, when the boyfriend came in before the security people, before the police got in. Okay. So the boyfriend has already taken the gun, asking her, what are you doing with the gun? Before the police barged in. By the time police barged in, the boyfriend was like, okay, it was me. So they took him away. He went to jail for her for 7 years, came out, So by then, the girl has made it and all that. Finally, the girl just wanted to... The girl, out of pity, married the guy. She has made so much money and all that. But because this same guy went for prison for 7 years, so she didn't just want to leave him. But not knowing that getting married to this guy, the guy, every time the guy keeps reminding her, you wasted my life, you made me...
Let's allow them watch the movie, because if we continue with this story...
They're not going to watch it.
Wonderful.
So you guys need to see the movie.
We do. This is me wishing you the best. You mentioned about marriage, and I read something online. You've spoken about how your marriage is two imperfect people coming together to, make the best out of it. It is not easy at this particular point in time. Just as a final words, what can you say about living as a married woman who's an entertainer? You smiled.
It's not easy being an entertainer and being a wife, a mother, a filmmaker and all that. But the whole thing still boils down to who is your partner. who is your partner, and you yourself, who are you? Are you truthful to yourself and to your partner? Because the only thing that works in when it comes to marriage, that thing called trust. When you have a partner that trusts you and you trust your partner, the sky is your starting point.
I love this, Uche, and I would want to go check out. You are a wonderful Igbo actress. I don't know about Igbo. You are compelling. Thank you very much, and here's to greater things, and see you, going high and all of that.
Thank
well
you
done.
very much.
All right, that's
Thank
it. Please stay with us. It's Wake Up Nigeria. Don't go anywhere. We will be back after this short break.
And you're welcome back. It's our final guest here with us. Joining us on the couch is reality TV star, actor, singer, voiceover artist, wants to take my job, host, brand influencer, entrepreneur. We'll talk about that. Talk by Adenu Bouillon, popularly known as Mr. Teddy A in the building. Now, you all know him from Big Brother, of course. And hey, of course, we all know that he also got married to another Big Brother housemate. You guys, congratulations on the baby.
Very much.
I've never had the chance to say that, so even if it's been a couple of years or a few, hey, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Good to have you here.
Thank you.
Now, I've interacted with a lot of reality stars, and I hear that you're one of the most chilled kind of people to interact with, so I'm seeing that already. Now, great. Teddy, let's talk about you. Let's talk about entertainment. Let's talk about life after Big Brother. I'm going to come back to Big Brother. But you're one of the few who have actually taken the opportunity that they got from being in front of our TV sets and being, exposed to all of Africa and done so much with it. From before Big Brother, you were inside of entertainment, quite frankly, a producer, if I'm not mistaken.
I was a singer.
Or a singer as well.
Yes, just a singer. Yeah.
And now you've gone on to influencing and so much more that we're going to be finding out. Tell us about the experience, first of all, from after, and I'm asking deliberately, after Big Brother, how that has affected your life.
So I can definitely say that being on the show, first and foremost, has been a blessing.
Grand.
To this day, people still associate, where I am right now with the show. It's been great. It's been wonderful. Life after the show it's been great. At first, it wasn't easy because it comes with a lot of pressure. So you come out of the house and there's an expectation of how you should, where you should be, right? And I had to be realistic with myself. I had just gotten married and I needed to settle down and really, I guess, focus on what really matters. So building a family, young family, trying to start a business. That daily money, you can't really play with it.
You need it.
So, it's been great. It's been great. It's been fun.
So, unlike most other people, your daily money is very different. Most other people, even while you're still influencing, rely solely on being an influencer or being in the public eye. They get into plenty of controversies just so that they're out there. You're different. Is that a deliberate thing?
It is. It's a conscious effort to stay clean, keep my brand clean. Yeah, I'm a bad boy, I know that.
Oh,
I look.
You want to go there? You want to go there?
I'm a good man. So it's intentional. We've always made conscious efforts to not be in the public for controversy and bad reasons. So we've always tried to be clean because there's some brands that choose not to work with people who have stains in their records. So coming out of the house into the real world, we're like, you know what? We need to be known for this. We need to be associated with this. When you say Teddy A, when you say Bam Bam, when you say Bam Teddy, this is how, and this is what we want him to say about us. So, it's been very deliberate.
Now, that pressure that you spoke about from before, right after the house, and of course, there are certain engagements from inside of the house that made a lot of, numbers on social media or even on television, or people talking. Now, that pressure that you're talking about, how has it affected your family? Bam Bam is your wife, of course. She's also in the eye of the public. And we know what it's like with celebrity marriages. Everybody's got their, telescope on what you're doing. They're looking for the next thing that could happen on social media. They're scouring your page to see one thing that you say wrong, following you with, all eyes on you. How do you manage that pressure?
Well, I think it's just really being focused and understanding why you went in there in the first place. So now that you're out here in the real world, you need to be very, very careful. I mean, you can't be too careful. But of course, don't make rash decisions. make educated decisions. So whatever you're doing, make sure it's intentional. So if you're putting out a story that you know may come back to bite you, I think it's best if you're the reason or you put that out on purpose. So don't ever be caught off guard, right? So we've always discussed with each other. So whenever we want to make moves, we tell ourselves, hey, if we do this, how would the public take it? Is it the right decision? And then, of course, we always consult people. So we have mentors that we call, that we always speak to on the phone, those who have been there, done that. So we talk to them all the time and say, hey, how do we go about this? Is this a right move to make?
It almost seems like your daily life is a business because you have to be strategic at every point in time.
All the time.
For me, that sounds like a lot of pressure if you ask me.
It is.
To count my steps.
Especially now that we have kids who, okay, our daughter is Zendaya. She's also a celebrity baby. So we put her in that world as well.
Yeah.
So now, like I said, you need to be very deliberate and intentional. For me, it's fun because you're taking charge of your life.
Yeah.
Even though social media is always going to be there and they'll always ask questions and everyone is always looking for the little dirts here and there, but you actually control your narrative, right?
Are you concerned about the questions your kids will ask you when they're aware of everything that perhaps happened inside of the Big Brother house, how you guys met, how you guys got married? Are you concerned about that time when they start asking these very, very interesting questions, Teddy?
I think
you know what I mean?
I think I would have been scared if I didn't marry my wife.
Okay.
Right. So I married. So it's like, yeah, that's the same woman. So I mean,
the way he puts it.
Yeah, that's my wife. You know. Yeah, your mom. I met her on the show, and yeah.
Okay.
It's like the life you live.
Okay. Interesting.
You know, you're where you are now because of
Yeah. Because of that,
yeah, because of the show. So
yeah. I'm gonna take one of your skits that you guys do, but before we get there, I wanted to touch on your music. You were big on music when you were inside of the house and when you got out. So what's happening with that? What are we looking forward to? What's happened since?
Well, great thing about music is it's always been a part of me. It's always been my first love, and it's never going away. So I do have songs that I do plan on dropping soon. But right now, it's really more about making not just the Teddy A brand, but the man behind Teddy A.
Nice.
So if we strip away all the influencing and music and movies, who are you?
Yeah, the core.
The core. You know, what makes you, what makes you who you are. So it's about the business side of, Tokbe Adeni Bunyon.
Okay. Nice.
You know.
Tell you what, when we get back, we'll be talking to Tokbe. For now, though, let's do a bit of a skit from Teddy A, and then when we get back, we'll be really getting into knowing exactly what that business side of you is like in just about a bit. Let's check this out. Well, hopefully he doesn't go about slapping people like that. I hope not. Don't. Although you're a big guy, but please don't. In any case, so now let's talk to Tokbe.
Yes.
Now, all the influencing aside, the music and the acting and everything, you're still, like you say, a man who wants to present his core just like every other person. What are you doing that, helps to manifest this core that you're speaking of?
So, myself and my madame, I always say...
We all know her as Bam Bam.
Bam Bam. So we just started a restaurant. It's an online restaurant. It's called Ferno Cuisine, where we cater for parties, birthdays, and we have like we call it a food factory, where it's all food. So we don't want people to walk in and sit down and eat. We can do that later, but right now we're taking bulk orders where we can feed about 1,000 to 2,000 people.
Okay.
Full capacity. We have a full kitchen. We have chefs. We have about 13 staff members.
So you're a businessman at the end of the day.
Yes, I am.
Oh,
yes,
that's very interesting.
And it was a transition from not just being a music guy and, having kids, being a family man, and understanding anything can happen. I don't want to, God forbid, something happens to me.
Yeah.
My kids.
Okay, so let's take somebody else now from the Big Brother house, anybody, and let's give them a wife. Do you think that their trajectory would be the same as yours? Do you think people would perhaps begin to focus more on family, just like you have done? Or is there a certain spirit that comes with being a reality star that courts controversy throughout one's eye in the media? Do do you think? Does marriage change you? Did it change you as a person? Because you said yourself right here, you're a bad boy. But you seem to be the ideal man at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So what is it? Is it marriage?
I can definitely say yes, marriage, and having kids.
Kids, definitely.
You know, so having kids, being married, of course, society will definitely kind of want to dictate what a married man should do. But I made a conscious effort to, I guess, it was a paradigm shift. To move away from the norm and try just buckle down and do what really matters now. Because again, anything can happen. Teddy A could, I don't know, drop dead, you know, and then I don't want my kids to say, oh, daddy, you left me with just a name. You know, what's in it for me, you know? So as soon as I got married, I said, you know what? I made a name for myself. I'm Teddy A. My name can open doors for me and anyone else who's associated with me, but I need to make sure my core is solid. I need to make sure that I have something I can leave behind for my kids.
A legacy.
Yeah, a legacy. And then we have other businesses as well that we're working on. I don't want to put that out there yet.
I will say that you are the exemplary reality star, let's put it that way. There's a lot of people that I will tell you personally are not going about it the right way. I don't want to mention names, but if you make me mention, no, let's not mention names. Let's not do that. I hope that they take a leaf from your book, because it's rather solid. And your music, of course, is still going on strong.
Oh yes, I have a few projects dropping by the end of the year.
Okay, grand.
So now that the business is set up, we have a few investors already on board.
Nice.
So now I can...
oh, fantastic, fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Teddy A in for Wake Up Nigeria. We're not just going to leave without seeing his work. So let's check out this music track from Teddy A. And when we get back, we've got so much to eat inside of the kitchen. You guys can join us, well, virtually, of course. But we'll be right back after this. Oh, wow. It's the full dais. What do you need? What do you need, Chef? All right, go ahead.
Okay,
wow,
so
Mike.
Mazino, I know that you've been trying to help Chef Fifi put all of that together.
So much happening here.
Great guy in the kitchen. If you want a kitchen husband, Mazino's the guy. Chef,
I'm already married. It does not matter.
Which one is it?
Of course. Beautiful, beautiful, lovely the kitchen. But we've got Chef IGC here. She prepared wonderful egusi and with. This one is one. Chef IGC, very, very fast. Just tell us, how did we get to this?
Okay, so we're talking about it before. I started with the palm oil, then...
No, just very fast. Just tell us.
Okay, I started with palm oil, then I have my oil. I poured the egusi. I fried it. I told him I was going to do a frying process.
Yeah.
So I fried it.
You fried it?
Yeah, I poured my stuff
I'm going to
inside.
take this one. Wonderful. Chef IGC, wonderful. Chef Fifi, you put together this one. We'll get both of you. You have to choose one. Both of you are going to choose one. So tell in your mind, just start choosing them. But Chef Fifi here is here, courtesy of Mamador. Chef Fifi, tell us, what did you put together?
So what I have here is egg and chicken salad sandwich. I made use of the Mamador vegetable oil to saute or stir fry the chicken and to fry the eggs as well. And I use the spread to toast the bread. So they have a fantastic sandwich.
I know what I want.
So, Mazino, in their mind, who do you think is taking which?
So Teddy is definitely looking for swallow now. Uche is going to be like, oh, let me have a, you know.
Okay. Okay, so they said it. Teddy, you're doing the honors here. And Uche, you're doing the honors here, right? This one, you don't need any cutlery. Just use your hand and all of that, eh? And then you have this. Teddy, be fast, because if you don't taste this thing, we are here, we're looking at you. We don't used to be patient like that. Try it. Let's see what you think.
Yes, it's looking good already. Teddy A already getting a head start on there. Me running commentary from the side of the table. And
that's a mouthful.
There we go.
God, you just want to take a bite yourself, don't you?
Like,
Teddy A, what do you think, man?
Wow, this tastes good.
Fantastic, yeah?
Nice.
So I guess we made it!
I'm gonna come take some lectures.
We did!
Wonderful.
Some lectures.
no, I have
Teddy, you want to say something to Chef IGC who put this together?
Really good.
Yeah,
It is.
I mean, we own a restaurant too, so I could tell you this is...
There you go. There you go. There you go. And him going for the Kwamasi says that. As in, he wants to say thank you to Mamador for helping us put together everything here inside of the kitchen this morning. We are so happy that we're able to make this come to fruition. And of course, hey, it doesn't end here for a Tuesday. There's still tomorrow's edition, which is a Wonder Woman Wonder Women's Wednesday. There you go. Wednesday.
Yes.
Thank you to everybody who came in today and everybody who's been watching from over TV or maybe on social media. We are glad that you guys are out there. We'll see you guys for tomorrow's edition.
Can I say something about the Mamador?